NFL handed down suspensions to the Steelers wide receiver JuJu Smith-Schuster and the Bengals safety George Iloka on Tuesday. And as you would expect, there was a wide range of opinions on those decisions because both players got a game. If you look at Iloka's hit, he's going after Antonio Brown's head, purposely going after Antonio Brown. JuJu Smith-Schuster, I said it yesterday, 5 years ago, that's not a penalty. That's not a suspension. Even maybe a year ago, it's not a suspension. I don't know how you can say Vontaze Burfict is a defenseless player. He's a defensive player trying to tackle somebody, and you're taught to play with your head on a swivel. The wording gets a little tricky here. I think what happened, JuJu Smith-Schuster was too good at blowing up Vontaze Burfict. If you hit him a foot lower, then maybe this isn't a big deal. Maybe he's not suspended. But it felt like, according to the NFL, he's hitting a defenseless player. I understand if a wide receiver is going up for a football. He's defenseless. Vontaze Burfict is not defenseless. He should expect. Does he think he's not going to get blocked? I put that on Vontaze Burfict as well. It's not like this was away from the play. So I'm confused with this. I know the NFL doesn't like this look. I don't like where JuJu Smith-Schuster is standing over taunting Vontaze Burfict. I would fine him for that, not suspend him. George Iloka, he's going after Antonio Brown's head. So now I'm going to lump all of these punishments together. Rob Gronkowski, a defenseless player, the play is over, he's out of bounds, he's face down, and you give him a forearm shiver. That's worse. That's more than one game. George Iloka is more than one game. If you're going to give Smith-Schuster one game for that, I can't have him lumped in with everybody else. And I know that the league wants to have a safer game and still entertaining. I just can't lump those three together. Can't wrap my arms around that. You can't tell me Vontaze Burfict was defenseless. The Buffalo Bills player, defenseless. Antonio Brown, defenseless. Vontaze Burfict was on the prowl to tackle somebody. Big difference. Yes, Steve.
And then you have Mike Evans just a couple weeks ago. He got a game.
Yes, out of nowhere with a cheap shot.
Right.
Play over, defenseless player, not expecting anything, and he gets a game.
You know, JuJu Smith-Schuster, it's a bad look for the league or whatever, and he's going to miss a paycheck or whatever, but I bet his teammates love him.
Oh, sure.
And in that locker room, they were like, buddy, you did, attaboy.
Oh, well
done.
That's a hero's welcome right there.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised if Antonio Brown maybe ponies up some money there. Yes, Paul.
If you look at the wording on the NFL's letter to JuJu Smith-Schuster, it says, you lined up a defender and delivered a violent and unnecessary blindside shot to his head and neck area. Is it too violent of a shot?
Yes.
Like
he was too good.
He seems like he's being penalized for hitting too hard.
Yes.
As well as the area he hit, but it's both.
Okay.
And how is the hit unnecessary? He's blocking for his running back. Should he see Vontaze Burfict not expecting him and let him go by? Or should he hit him lighter?
Well, you can't hit him lower.
Right.
And you can't hit him higher.
And you can't hit him when he's not ready for it.
So, I mean, how many times are players defenseless then? I don't know if everybody knows that they're going to get tackled or everybody knows they're going to get blocked, but that to me was kind of surprising in that wording. Yes, Steve.
If JuJu had just blocked him and not blown him up, none of this would have, you wouldn't be talking about. He could have just blocked him. That's why they're calling it an unnecessary hit. He didn't have to crush him like that. He could have just blocked him and had the exact same effect.
Okay, but then if I tackle somebody, do I have to tackle them so hard that they may not get up? Like, at what point, like, do we have varying degrees of blocking somebody? So he was too good, too aggressive with Vontaze Burfict, and that's what the NFL has a problem with. Now, if he had just gotten in his way and sort of gently, slightly altered his course, then that's what they want?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
They'd probably rather you just block him. Like it happens, 5 times on every play.
Yeah.
Where you're just blocking somebody and you don't crush him to the point where he can't get up or he's knocked out.
Have they ever seen when tackles or guards pull on a running play and you see a little defensive back there and they just crush him? Like a can. They just crush him. Should they ease up? Like it's just, My problem is that Smith-Schuster is lumped in with these other two guys. And Gronk and Iloka, to me, should have gotten more games. If that's the case, then they should have gotten more games. Now, I think because of the setting, the feeling, the tension in that Bengals-Steelers game, that didn't help either because the officials were letting this get out of hand. And I think the NFL looked at that and said, we can't have these plays because they lead to other plays. And then it got chippy and chippier. And now the Steelers play the Ravens, and they don't like each other either. Yes, Pauline.
I'm going back to the hit itself. Can you tell JuJu Smith-Schuster, let's say he hit him in the sternum area. I think he might, like Seton said, he may have still been penalized for an overzealous hit or hitting too hard. He's 40 pounds less than Vontaze Burfict. I'm assuming he knows he has to load up to hit this guy, and it seems weird telling someone not to do their job full speed or full blast.
But part of football is intimidation. So are we going to look at somebody who is overzealous in how they tackle, how they hit somebody? You know, you could have held up on the quarterback as he's getting ready to throw the ball when you hit him in the blind side. I'm just trying to figure out what the degrees of tackling, punishing, hitting, hurting. Yes, Fritzy.
And if you keep thinking about letting up, you yourself might get hurt, with what's going on in a particular play.
Yeah.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.